This might look like a normal bread bun, but when you take a bite, it's an explosion of flavors that takes you by surprise. That's what happened to me when I found myself on the streets of India in Pune trying VADA PAV for the first time. This is more than just a potato roll. I was so blown away that I had to take down notes to come back into my kitchen to recreate it for you. This is a tasty street food tour through Asia, where I'll be cooking some of the best street eats for my new cookbook. This is a book about street food. Our next stop is Mumbai in India for VADA PAV. The soul food of Mumbai might seem simple at first glance, but when you dive into it, you get the spiced potato fritter, the vada, encased in a fluffy bun, the pav, and all taken to the next level with a coriander chutney and a spicy chili sauce. This street food staple is a testament to how in Mumbai they can take simple ingredients and turn it into something magical. So let's break it down into 3 parts: the potato filling, the batter for the potato filling, and then the coriander chutney. So first step is to cook the potatoes. I've got a pot of water here on the boil. I'm going to peel them and chop them into smaller chunks, just because I want it to cook a little quicker. So sometimes people like to season at the end, but I like to start with seasoning at the start of the recipe to add in as much flavor. So I'm going to add a bit of salt to the water to help flavor the potatoes. The smaller you cut the potato, the quicker it's going to cook. Okay, so I've chopped my potatoes. They're going to go into my pot of salted boiling water. And in terms of what potatoes you can use, I would recommend using a potato that is starchy because they hold better. Splash. Okay, I'm just going to give that a little stir and let that bubble away. What we're looking for is for the potatoes to be cooked through, but not wet, soggy and too mushy, because we do want it to hold later on. So in about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm just going to pull a piece out and double check with a fork. So whilst the potatoes are cooking, I am going to make my coriander chutney. Super simple one. I have a blender here, and to the blender, I'm going to add a whole bunch of coriander leaves, fresh coriander leaves at best. I'm going to add some of the stalk in as well, because that's where the rich coriander flavor comes in. And that's exactly what we want, because this dish is all about flavor. Oh, wow. Okay, we also have some whole cloves of garlic that go straight in as well. I've got some chopped green chilies, so I'm just going to chop these. Just a rough chop. So next I'm adding in some tamarind, and tamarind can come in different forms. So I'm using concentrated tamarind, which means it is stronger in flavor, a little more acidic. You could get tamarind sauce in different forms. So what I would do is taste it first, add it into your chutney and go from there. I'm just going to add in a spoon or 2. It's got a little bit more. So next, some freshly squeezed lemon juice. I know this doesn't look like a lemon, but trust me, it is. Any variety of lemon is fine. Like I said, we're just balancing out the flavor here. And I'm just squeezing it into my hand to catch any of those seeds. Don't want to add those in. A pinch of salt to season, and a tiny bit of water to bring that all together. Okay, lid on, and we're going to blend that until it's nicely combined, but you can still get little bits of coriander in there. All right, it's like a green smoothie. Delicious. Let's give it a try. Okay, it's a really nice color. Very fragrant from the coriander, nice and acidic. We're gonna set that aside. Okay, let's check on our potatoes. I'm just gonna take a piece out and I'm just gonna put my fork into it. So my fork is going through. It's not too mushy. It still has a bit of resistance, which is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, I'm gonna strain the potatoes. Oh, that's hot. All right, potatoes are strained. We are going to mash them. Oh, I could really do with a potato masher. So I'm just using the back of a fork to mash the potatoes, pressing down into the bowl. You can see there they're nice and fluffy, which is exactly what we're looking for. And next step is to flavor the potatoes. I have my wok on the heat. You could also use a pan. I'm gonna add in a bit of oil. I'm gonna get everything else ready. So my mustard seeds are ready to go. I've got some curry leaves. I'm gonna chop up my green chilies and garlic as well. So you could use any chilies here depending on how spicy you want them. These green chilies aren't too spicy, so I've got a few there. I'm going to keep the seeds in. We also have a bit of garlic, which we're just going to roughly chop as well. What I love about cooking Indian food is that it uses a lot of the familiar flavors I grew up eating in Mauritian cuisine. So the mustard seeds, the turmeric, the curry leaves, coriander, all things I grew up eating. I'm just going to chop up that coriander as well, both the leaves and the stem. So my oil is hot enough now. We're going to add in the mustard seeds. Okay, curry leaves go in. Oh, it's popping. Okay, chili and garlic go in. Oh, it already smells so good. That curry leaf is coming through. It's very aromatic. And we're gonna add in some turmeric next. Give that a mix. So what I love about adding turmeric to this is that it gives the potato a nice vibrant yellow color. So that's looking really good. We're gonna pour this mixture into our mashed potato. Oh, look at that. Looks so good as soon as it hits the potato. We're going to add in that freshly chopped coriander as well. And we're going to give that a mix. Oh, and some extra salt to season. Okay, give that a mix. Wow, that looks so good. I'm going to taste a little bit to make sure I'm happy with the seasoning. A little bit more salt. All right, so now it's time to form these into patties. So I'm just going to use my hands. You can wear gloves if you want. I know turmeric does stain a tiny bit, but it's not going to hurt you. Doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. So I'm just using my hands to press the potato into a patty shape. It's actually quite useful at this moment to pull out your buns just to check that they're the right shape for them. Patty, patty, patty. Potato, potato, potato. Perfect, 4. One more. Look how colorful they are. So we're nearly done. Final step is to make the batter and fry off these potato fritters. So for the batter, I'm using besan flour, so otherwise known as chickpea flour. I'm also going to add a tiny bit of turmeric to that for extra color. We have some baking soda because we want it to be light and crispy. And some cold water to bring it all together. There we go. That is a nice consistency. So we're heating up our oil to fry off our fritters. I'm going to slice these buns while I'm waiting, and the buns that I like to use are these nice fluffy buns, so you could use any dinner rolls. Brioche bun is really good. The one I remember eating on the streets of India were fluffy, sweet, really light. So I've just gotten very similar ones as well. Okay, we have our buns ready to go, coriander chutney, and also a chili sauce for an extra kick. So we're heating up our oil, and in my cookbook I know I say to heat it up to 180 degrees. And you might be wondering, how can you tell when the oil is at 180 degrees? So here's my little trick, is to use a wooden chopstick. We're going to place the chopstick in there, and when it sizzles, that means it's hot enough to fry off the fritters. Yeah, that's hot enough. You can see that sizzle there. So very carefully, we're going to add our fritter into the batter. Just being very careful not to break the fritter. Very gently sliding that in. Next one goes in. There we go. Okay, we're going to flip these over. We're going to cook them for about 2 minutes on either side, just to make sure they're nice and crispy. Just remembering that the filling is already cooked, so they don't actually need that long to cook. I'm going to clear up and get ready for plating up. Okay, these look ready. You can see the outside is golden and crisp, and we've cooked them on both sides. So we're going to very carefully pull them out. Okay, so let's put this together. So the chili sauce goes down first. I've just got like a sambal here, which I already have at home, but you could use any chili sauce for a bit of a kick. So a tiniest bit goes in. Just gonna spread that across. Next, the potato fritter. And on the top side, very generous amount of that coriander chutney. Oh, look at that. That looks so good. Let's close that. And there you go, my spiced potato fritter bun, or VADA PAV. Wow, that's so good. You can see that in there. VADA PAV takes comfort food to a whole new level. That spicy, garlicky potato filling, that fresh coriander chutney, all hugged in that sweet, pillowy bun. You can find this recipe in my new street food cookbook that's out now. Grab your copy with the link in the description. Next week we'll be heading to Hong Kong, so remember to subscribe to see what iconic street food we'll be making next. I once had to peel so many potatoes in the kitchen. I walked in on my first shift, they were like, here you go, 20 kilos of potatoes to peel. No, it was more than that, it was like a big bucket. Like double that. Anyway, peeling potatoes, easy. They said I was really fast at it.